everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a brand new speed build, this time doing another suburban build but with a bit more of a rustic feel. This is Rosewood Lane. It's a 3-bed, 3-bathroom build on a 40 by 40 lot in Brindleton Bay, and it comes in at just less than 194,000 simoleons. So this is actually deceptively small. It looks a lot bigger than it actually is on the inside, hence it only being 3 bedrooms, but I'm pretty sure if you wanted to add in more bedrooms then there is plenty of room to do so. But I wanted to kind of have like a medium-sized house, you know, a medium-sized suburban home, because I feel like a lot of the builds I either build really small starter homes or I build something which is ridiculously big, and this time I just wanted to kind of do like your kind of well, it's not a very mediocre house, but you know, something on kind of like a mid scale, if you like. So with the last build that I did, I went for kind of very pastel type colours, very light interior, and this time I really wanted to take advantage of all the darker woods that we have now in The Sims, and we have some really nice dark wooden windows, wooden doors, furniture, etc. And again, I wanted to play around a little bit with the glass roofing. Now you will notice throughout this build that the front landscaping featured a drive on the left hand side which had a little car in it, but I did end up changing that at the very last minute because I felt that because the pathway didn't join with the outside of the lot, it kind of looked a little bit wrong. So I decided to do away with that, so the end result doesn't have the driveway, but either way it's obsolete anyway considering we don't have cars in The Sims, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But yeah, I tried to kind of use the glass roofing, and I used it a little bit in this porch area here, which I thought was a bit different. And again, at the side of the house and towards the back, I built kind of like this outdoor area, which is kind of nice and sweet. I liked it. Now, I did actually say in the last video that I did that I would be featuring a build that used glass roofing, but it isn't actually the build I was talking about. That's a separate starter home that I did, which is already up on the gallery, called Huckleberry Lane. But what happened at the weekend was I had a little bit of a building frenzy, and it's something that I don't get very often at the moment. And I just was really in the mood to do some building, and I literally sat down and did this build in a day. It was a very fast build for me, but I was just really in the mood to build something, so I decided to go ahead and use the glass roofing anyway on this build, and I used it in the porch area, again at the side, and like I say, around at the back I did this outdoor area as well. And the glass roofing's really beautiful. It's a fantastic element, and I wasn't really, if I'm honest, you know, when they announced that they were doing glass roofing, that it would be coming out, I wasn't amazingly excited. I feel like I just swore as a builder. I wasn't really totally excited, but the swatches and everything that have come out with it, and also the effect that it leaves on the inside of the house when the sun's shining, how it kind of reflects through the room, is just really beautiful. It's a fantastic element to the game, and the fact that they've added it in as a free update is just, well, that's just a bonus, isn't it? So I did go ahead and use the windows and doors from Seasons in this particular build, and if I'm honest, I was a little bit disappointed with the windows, in the sense that I felt they were very much like the ones from Cats and Dogs. However, I do really like this style of windows, and I love the fact that we've got quite a lot of different types of windows that all sort of match but in different sizes, and they come in some really nice swatches, so it's definitely a window that I'm going to go ahead and use quite a lot, I can feel. But the doors as well were really quite nice. They were refreshingly different. So yeah, I can see me using them quite a lot in future builds without a doubt. But yeah, moving on to the back garden, I'm just finishing off doing some landscaping. In all honesty, I had no idea what I was doing with this garden. There are certain elements in my landscaping that I do tend to do every time. Certain things that I do add in, things like planters. I always add planter boxes into my gardens because I just think planting things is just something that you know, I feel like a lot of simmers tend to do. They tend to do like the gardening element. So I thought, especially with the season's gardening career, I thought I'll go ahead and add some planters in. And of course, we've got swings, finally. Now, I haven't actually used the swings in the sense of, you know, actual gameplay. So I don't know how it really looks in real time. But I'm so excited to have swings because I just feel like that's something that would have been really nice to have a long time ago. And I know a lot of simmers have tried to very creatively kind of create a swing effect in their builds in the past many times. So it's nice to finally have them in for real, which is really, really good. But yeah, I never really know where I'm going with my gardens and my landscaping. And as you can see here, what I think I'm doing, I then end up undoing. And I went in and added a pool, and a lot of things change with this garden, from the pathways to what I end up featuring. And again, with the building on the left-hand side that comes in soon. But I did quite like this garden. I felt like there was quite a lot of room, but there was a lot of activities and things to do in it, which made it probably a very functional and exciting garden for a Sims house, if you like. But this evening, I think I'm going to go ahead and possibly create my next build. I've got some ideas in mind. I want to do something that I haven't done before, and I'm quite excited for it. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while. So I'm looking to go ahead and do that tonight. But like I say, I have literally just been on fire for the last like several days, and it's making me really lethargic, if I'm honest. Like, I just feel so tired all the time at the moment, and I just feel like I don't really have a lot of energy. And I spoke to my friend today, and she was like, I feel exactly the same. You know, I just feel like I don't know how to function in this weather. So all you guys out there that live in hotter climates are probably like, seriously, that's a cool day for us. And I totally get that. But me, I am not built for it. So I'm just going to continue to whinge until we get rain. And then I'll probably whinge again because it's raining. Because I feel like this is what British people do. We moan a lot about the weather, no matter what it is. So yeah, moving on to the interior, I decided to start at the top of the house and work my way down, which is probably the way that I do it most of the time these days. So I started with a bathroom, which I decided to include again because I realised after doing the floor plan that the house really wasn't that big. So yes, I included in this particular bathroom. But I would probably say this season's bathroom suite is absolutely gorgeous. I really, really love it. I love the items that came with it. And like I say, with the whole earthen tones and wood sort of feel, this is just the perfect bathroom suite. I really do love it. And I would say after creating this bathroom is probably where I felt that I really wanted to use a lot of the darker tones and just make it kind of feel really sort of, I don't really know what the word is, but you know, just very kind of homely and earthy. And I keep saying earthy, but you know what I mean, with lots of like darker green tones and browns and woods, etc. But as far as the bedrooms go, there are 3 bedrooms. I did make this for a change into 2 double bedrooms and 1 kind of teen bedroom. I didn't really include a lot of stuff for children. There wasn't really a massive reason for that. It's just probably the way that I ended up styling the bedrooms. But I thought I always end up including a huge big playroom downstairs, and I do put a lot of the child elements into a build, but I thought for a change I might just leave it out and just create a little bit more of an adult home, if you like, or maybe a home for an older couple of Sims that maybe have older children that are still living at home, that kind of a feel. But again, with it being 3 bedrooms, you can easily change this round. You can easily make it into a home for sort of a medium-sized family, I'd say. But I did go ahead and try and add some colour, inject some colour into the home, and I really love this bedroom. It is just I think it's just the colours and the way that it came together, and I really love the fact we've just got so much choice now. There's just so much we can do as far as creativity and things like that go, and this room was just, I liked it. I liked it a lot. And I must admit, teal isn't really a colour that I'm majorly into. You know, I don't think I really own anything teal, or, you know, I don't wear any teal colours or anything like that. But I do actually really like it in The Sims. I like creating that kind of feel. And I felt like it was sort of a generic room. It could have been for a girl or it could have been for a boy, who knows. But yeah, this is like the second double bedroom. Again, how you wanted to fit your Sims into this home is entirely up to you. I don't know what your Sims family dynamics will be, but there's certainly enough space to accommodate for a good sized family, I think, in this home. So moving downstairs onto the kitchen, I actually was going to create a big kitchen and then a separate dining area, but I decided to go against it and make the kitchen a little bit smaller and make it kind of like a kitchen diner instead. And I also then went on to make the room that would have been a dining room like a second reception area. So there was actually two different living areas downstairs. And I kind of went with the whole vibe of having, you know, older children in the family. The older children might prefer to sit in one living area and the adults in a separate living area, that kind of thing. I think it's quite common really now. Probably not so much in the UK, but I know it is quite common for people to have more than one reception room in a house, you know, to have different living spaces downstairs. But I definitely say this whole look is something that personally for me, I really love. And I would probably have this kind of look in my own home if I was going to redesign my own home, which I am going to do shortly. But I do love those sort of like old woods, you know. I always remember my auntie had this huge chest, and it was like a very old family chest that they'd found. I don't know whose it belonged to, but it was in the family, and she actually ended up staining it, and kind of like she reconditioned the entire chest, but it still looked very, very old, and she used it as a coffee table in the living room. And I always remember thinking it just felt really rustic and really just like a nice, beautiful piece of furniture. And she then used it as a blanket box as well as a coffee table, and I really love that look. And so that's the kind of recreation I went for in this home. But as you can see from the walls, I did go ahead and use some lighter tones as well, just to kind of brighten up, you know, and kind of add something to complement all the darker tones that we used. But I really enjoyed doing this house. But the floor plan in particular was rather bizarre. It was a rather strange floor plan. And there are lots of kind of like communal open spaces, like through rooms that have lots of archways, and in those I decided to put activities and skill building items. So I've got things like easels and bookcases, computer desks, and it's just a rather strange, it's kind of like open plan without having, well, with the walls, if you like. I just decided to put lots of archways in there. So the house flows really well. There's not really many doors. There's just lots of archways. But it was quite nice. I thought it was a little bit different from what I would normally do, the bog standard floor plan that I would go for. But this is the second living area as well. And I think I did go ahead in the end and add in like a children's art table. So, you know, whatever you want to use this house for is entirely up to you. You will change it to suit your needs anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I did add in a couple of things for pets, but I don't remember adding in any pet bowls, so who knows, you can add those in if you like later on. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've completely waffled my way through the entire lot. I hope you're having a fantastic week. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, think about sticking around. I'm looking to upload on a fairly regular basis. So take care, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.